Hey everybody in the world of YouTube, hola, Starks101 here doing a second ever book review. I know it was a big gap between book reviews as there was a book that I was hoping for to do along the way, but it's just come out last week and I'm currently rereading it for bits of information that I may have missed the first time around. The book that I will be reviewing is Lover Mine by J.R. Ward, and it's the latest book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series and the book for Hex and John Matthew, and it was a book a long way coming as we've seen the world through the eyes of John Matthew for a while in the series since we first met him and what have you. Naturally, I need to put this disclaimer in since the book has only been out for a week, actually. A week yesterday, and not everyone has read the book, so if you haven't read it and you're watching this video, go watch something else, and either whether it be on my page or somewhere else, just go watch something else until you read the book. But if you don't mind getting spoiled, stick around and you'll find out what happened in the book. End of disclaimer. Naturally, we have in this book the realizing in Hex that she has feelings for John Matthew. It took a while to get through that thick skull of hers during the book, but the two of them eventually go through the mating process, and not before Lash, the douchebag that he was, gets it. And not before it somewhat fell out of favor with the Omega, which will take a while to explain, and the book does a bit more of a better explanation than I could ever give in a review, since I'm trying to get this into a nice little condensed video instead of dragging it out more than I need to. And let's see, main subplot is between Blay, Quinn, and Quinn's cousin Saxton, who we first meet in Lover Avenged. He is a lawyer in the old law. Read Lover Avenged to figure out who he is. Since Blay is kind of conflicted since Saxton came in with his feelings for Quinn, and Saxton's feelings for him, and he doesn't know what the heck to do, and hopefully we'll get a book specifically for them, and we get to find out for sure, finally, what happens between those three. It could take forever. Hopefully we won't have to wait that long. We also get a bit of the murder backstory, and just seeing that, no, boo, not so much. I'm not exactly a big fan of that part of the book, but it's kind of needed a little bit with Hex's backstory, so you can't exactly get away from that, but the book could have easily gone well without it. But what we want and what we get is two different things, really, and just seeing how Murder's a little nuts just because of one small bit of information that he found out about Hex being part sympath, and he didn't take that too well. Let's see, what else? Oh, we also see flashes of Darius in the old country before he came to North America, and his time with Tor, since Darius raised Tor for many years as his own. And I find that ironic, since Tor kind of done the same thing with John Matthew for a few years before Wellesley's death. Blah. And I find that Tor is slowly getting out of his mental funk, but he's still grieving, and I have a feeling that's going to take a while for him to get out of it. And hopefully his book will be after Payne's book. Hopefully, that's a big hope, but we know that he's going to get his own book at some point down the road, whether it be it's in the top 10 or maybe a book or two after the main 10, depending of what happens. We also, during the flashes, we see how Hex was born, and how her mother was still floating around after her death, but no one knew it, very few, if at all, knew it. And we find out, well, the Hex finds out after the fact, just before her mating ceremony. Tor too, since he was there for Hex's birth, if you want to call it that way, and what have you. We see a bit of Pain, actually, which is great. Not much, but I was hoping for more. And her little sparring sessions with Wrath, and hopefully, well, we actually know for sure that her book is next, hopefully, with the bits of the end kind of hopefully carrying over, since she gets hurt. Crap. And she ends up with Manny by the looks of things, and just crazy, and that's just how things go. And there's a lot of little things in the book that I could easily yap on about, but that would be could easily become a 15 to 20 minute video, and we know how YouTube can be about long videos. That's a no-no. And if you have any comments about the book, of how you thought of what the book was, you can easily make a comment below. And this is Dark Swan 01 signing off.